I can't believe the idea finally made it out of the group chat.
Hello! Welcome back to another video, or welcome. If you clicked on this video thinking I was just gonna bash Ted, or if I had like some real controversy, you'd be wrong. I couldn't be mad at you though, because that would be so much funnier than what this video is. But Ted Nivision, that's right, your milkman, is lying to you. And I can't stand how he has gotten away with this lying for over a year. Guys, we need to do better with holding YouTubers accountable. But what is he lying to you about? Specifically, what I'm trying to tell you today. Well, it would be none other than Ted's precious childhood love, Rainforest Cafe. I know. That is gnarly. Specifically, I'm talking about the New Jersey location in the mall, that he went to and said was the worst! He said the staff described it as disgusting, and in Eddy's video, I found it. And you know what? Ted goes to all of these Rainforest cafes, and they're all so cool and dandy. I genuinely wrote a script for this video, the first one I've ever scripted, and I can't read. I've been to a Rainforest Cafe when I was younger. It was the one in New York by Niagara Falls, but I don't remember any of the sorts of vines, trees, animatronics. I just remember the sign, because it had this weird gorilla on it that kind of just looked at me. Maybe it was a chimp. That was scary. But I can't remember anything or even eating there. I know that we sat down. I know my family ate. Maybe I didn't eat. Maybe I just got a Dr. Pepper. So, you know what? I did the next best thing. I gathered a bunch of my friends and I went to the nearest Rainforest Cafe, which was tied between the New York one and the New Jersey one. I was like, well, we might as well just go to the New Jersey one because it's the worst one. So, what are we still doing here? Let's go to the Rainforest Cafe.
I like cash in my head to my ass.
Cheese. Huh?
No one likes me. My dog won't even look at me. My dog took a shit on the floor because they were so disgusted with me. God, no one's ever gonna love me. Except maybe you. Can you show me your titties?
I realize we're over here. I'm waiting for this to turn around and walk away. After gathering the troops, making some jokes, and mobbing real hard, we were on the highway, and we were getting closer, and closer, and closer, and oh so close, and oh my god, there it is, that's the mall, actually, that's exactly, oh my god, the sign, too, that's crazy. Such ominous praise. Shaking all the way from the parking lot to the mall entrance was the best thing, because we got to see this cacophony of vines and luscious greenery as soon as we walked in. Yeah, it's a rainforest. You're gonna have the rain store. It's a rain store. The rain store. It's a rainforest. And my buddy Kaz had his own Eddy Burback moment, so let's put a counter up. While exploring the gift shop that they had there, we were just goofing around. We goofed. But then that's when we seen it. The bar. And the rain, just like the one from Ted's video. It was still there and it was raining. It was literally, it was water. Please don't. Sad to report, the fish are no longer there. But then we were seated at our table and we were finally in and I was realizing something. I was wrong. Ted was right. This place is immaculate. We got sat by the waterfall and we got splashed by this fucking dude the entire time. It was immaculate. And we were sitting down. We were having a good time. We were looking at the menu. It is so lackluster. Eddy Burback moment.
It's Mick. A little side note. When we were ordering, like we were in like fucking high elevation for some reason in the actual fucking Amazon rainforest, and my ears popped in the middle of ordering, and the guy asked me what temp I wanted my burger at, and the panic, I couldn't hear him, and I literally went, and first of all, our fucking dude was such a dick, and I was just,
He was not.
he left us.
Yeah, but this doesn't mean he was a dick.
He was a dick. But that's the side note. I couldn't fucking hear. And I was so embarrassed. And I work at a restaurant, and that was terrifying.
After ordering our food, we sat there and we waited, and we took in the environment around us. Here's what we heard the entire time.
And my voice is perfectly okay. So I can speak at a normal tone and not yell.
The ape or gorilla animatronics kept freaking my friend Kaz out. He did not like the way they would just move. I thought it was very silly. Rest in peace to my brother Alec. Could not make it. I cannot for the life of me find a video, but it was at this point that Mick, and I quote, said, "Would have been better with a cheetorita." And I have never heard a better Ted Nivision, Eddy Burback reference callback in my life. It was so fucking silly.
What's up? Oh!
Now, we were waiting quite a bit for the food, but it wasn't like too bad. We are just all have ADHD and or autism, so it was very hard for us to sit still. I was finding B-roll clips or pretty shots, so I was entertained. Plus, the environment is kind of kooky, kind of silly. But we were just having ourselves a good old time. We were having the rainforest experience of, you know, being in the rainstorm and chilling out and really having that family quality bonding time you look for. I think we're going into the video. I finally was starting to understand what Ted Nivision was talking about the Rainforest Cafe. It is healing for your soul, like chicken noodle soup, or whatever that book my grandmother gave me was called when I was 11. And then we were finally able to feast. We were able to eat after all this time, and the food was mid. But I mean, that's kind of what you expect from places like these. Like, you're more there for the environment. Safari fry. Safari fry.
They're like weirdly sweet.
They taste like if a McDonald's fry was frozen, fried, refrozen, fried again, and then oiled, and then fried. But in fish oil. Like they were mixing oils back in the kitchen. But I mean, like, they're not bad. But with that being said, I would give it like a 6.3 out of 10 on the fries. I think Ted Nivision should stop telling everybody they're good.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck this Ted guy is, but take the other side.
I don't want to. Why does that one have a different spice on it?
I don't know.
Oh my god, the new Chuck E. Cheese series. They season all the fries differently and then throw them together.
Oh my god.
Fuck with you. Oh, but instead it's Rainforest Cafe, and it's their safari fries. You're eating only safari fries? How good? It tastes sweet. Yeah. I don't really like that, but it's okay. burger.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have the butt yet?
Yes.
Did you like it?
It's very spicy. I like it.
Pasta. But alas, 'twas not all fun and games. Mix started to have her very own Eddy moment.
We haven't seen our server since he ordered our food.
Yeah,
a different woman brought it out.
Two different women.
Two different women. He has not checked on us. And I work at a restaurant. I'm not complaining here, but like usually they check on you pretty frequently. Has not checked on us. Nothing has happened. I genuinely think we're fucking stuck here. Guys, it's been real. I'm not mad at him. I haven't even seen him.
I think I've seen him one time, but he might have left. Like, he might be, like, his shift might be over.
Yeah, but they have to wait until their tables are done.
Oh.
Unless he transferred us over, but like, even then.
He seen the emo table and he was like, we pulled a Johnny and Jake Weber. We walked up and we were the most annoying 5 people in all of the store for 2 seconds.
I put my head underneath the fucking rain.
This is true.
I just want to go home. I don't even want to go home. I just want to leave. Okay, no, I need to tell you. He literally walked over to our tables, and we went like that, and he like, good, and then walked away. Like, what are we supposed to do with that?
Finally, after having 20 minutes of social anxiety, we were able to leave. And by the way, Ted Nivision, the gator has water and a couple coins. He's not just your show girl. Okay?
So me and Kai were in the bathroom. Well, Kai was in the bathroom. I went in, and Kai's getting interviewed by a lady, and there's Kai. And I was like, oh my god, what's going on? And she's like, hi, like, here,
Yeah, you go.
So I was like, oh my god. And she was talking about, and she's like, oh, like, I'm doing like a thing about like chain restaurants and specifically, like Rainforest Cafe for all recipes. Well, she said all recipes at the end, but I was like, oh. And she was asking us questions about like why, like what we think about the place and like why we wanted to come. And I talked about like Ted Nivision, and I was like, oh, me and my friend Jasper love Ted Nivision, and you know, we kind of wanted to go because of the video. And I was like, I also liked going as a kid because there was one where we're from that was like pretty close. I think it was like an hour.
Do you want to go on the escalator?
I would love to go on the escalator. Oh my god.
You can talk about it.
Anyways, so I was like, we're going, and I was like talking to this lady, and she's like, yeah, oh my god, I was so scared. And she just starts interviewing us, and I'm like, oh my god. And she had us give our full names and our thing, and I was like, oh yeah, we also took, and she's like, so like, your friends, have they been there before? And I was like, how are they experiencing it? And I said, well, actually, we have a German exchange student who's never been there before. And she was like, oh my god, that's so cool. Like, how is he like? And I was like, he seems like to really like it and stuff like that. And I even filmed his first time on the like experiencing the rain storm, and she thought it was so cool. And she said that she's gonna email me and Kai when the thing comes out. So I'm so excited. We should. Anyways, going down the escalator, how do you feel?
After me and Mick had our little fun of going up and down the escalators hundreds of times, it was time to leave Rainforest Cafe behind. We got a smoothie on our way out, and it was out of the door. This was a fun experience. It was a silly time. It was goofy. We goofed. And thanks Ted Nivision for the lie, because he gave us a glorious experience here. And I'll miss Rainforest Cafe. I won't ever return. As you can see by the awkwardness. I love how they all stood so awkward. This video is so silly right here. If only Alec was here. Alec, come home.
He's shaking the...
I think a storm's brewing, guys.
Something over there is fucking moving too. What the hell?
I made it.
You know, the one thing I was thinking, was like, in Rainforest Cafe, what animal would I be? Ted hosts Chuckle Sandwich, co-hosts Chuckle Sandwich, and they talk about their people bringing on, like, shit for their sandwiches, or they talk about people who bring what they bring to the table for the sandwich. What do I bring to Rainforest Cafe? I definitely wouldn't be like a big predator. I'd probably be like a small like rodent, like a silent but deadly. You know, like less than a frog, but more than a rat. Why don't they have rats in Minecraft?